Bono is 4-2-1 versus the BC Lions. Bobo Vilovich 10-11-1 lifetime against the Calgary Stampeders. And those two gentlemen would like to meet Ronnie Lancaster's Edmonton Eskimos next weekend in the final at Commonwealth Stadium in Edmonton. The Calgary Stampeders will kick things off. They have the wind at their back, gusting up to 30 kilometers per hour here at McMahon Stadium. Mark McLaughlin will kick things off. Morris Smith at the 5, at the 20, still going. Stepped out of bounds, just shy of the 30-yard line. So the BC Lions will have pretty good field position from which to work the first time they have the ball. Ken Lazaruk, the referee for this crucial Western semifinal. A 70-yard kickoff and a 25-yard return. A flag down. Here's the call.
On the face mask, Calgary number 33, first down BC.
There's a big break for the BC Lions, and here's the face mask. Charged against Ken Watson, the former BC Lion. So it is 1st and 10 for the BC Lions from their own 45-yard line. Opening offensive play of the game for Doug Flutie and company. Flutie rolls right and completes to the youngster Spencer McLennan, brought down by Dan Wicklum. McLennan in the lineup because Jay Christensen and Matt Clark were injured.
Great numbers by Doug Flutie right here. As you can see, 466 completions after 730 attempts. Unbelievable yardage at 6,600. What they're doing now, Doug Flutie comes out with his 3-receiver offense to the wide side of the field, and he feels that if he can get an inside slot back, even the young fella at Spencer McLennan, one-on-one against a linebacker, he's got an advantage, and he's going to go to him early. And I think that's a great move on Doug Flutie's part of making his first pass of the game to the youngster to build that confidence and courage up into him for a big game.
Spencer McLennan, 5'10", 192 pounds, from Kelowna, British Columbia, played for the Okanagan Sun in the BC Junior Football League. One of the many fine juniors out of an excellent system, playing for the BC Lions and other teams in the CFL. Just shy of the first down. They need about the length of the football. Flutie keeps it himself, goes to the right side, and picks up the first down.
Flutie on the quarterback sneak, a gain of 2 yards on the play.
Absolutely ideal conditions for a playoff game. And these are the offensive keys.
Doug Flutie obviously is going to run the show today. John Volpe with his running is going to have a great effect on the BC offense. And Ray Alexander, a record breaker, is a big day looking ahead for him.
1st and 10, they spot the ball just inside the Calgary territory. Flutie under some pressure, eludes the pressure, has lots of open field in front of him. And Flutie has the first down with about 3 yards to spare.
Flutie, the ball carrier, gain of 13 yards on the play, tackled by Will Johnson.
Defensive keys here for the Calgary Stampeders. Will Johnson, MVP nominee out of the West. Alondro Johnson, the middle linebacker, has got to be active and get involved in a lot of plays. And the new halfback, Ken Watson, looked to BC to try to test him early in this football game.
BC marching the ball with their first possession. It's now 1st and 10 from just outside the 40. They give to John Volpe, his first carry of the ball game. Volpe gets down close to the 35-yard line. Darryl Hall and Junior Thurman combining to make the stop. Volpe put some very impressive numbers on the board over the course of the regular season. Much of it this way.
Volpe not only does he have great strength, he has good speed and being able to get outside and use that speed to accelerate upfield to pick up a good size yardage.
There you see his regular season stats. A total of 20 touchdowns, 16 running, 4 passing. 2nd and about 5. Volpe again. And this time the Calgary defense stopped the Lions running back shy of the necessary yardage for the first down.
First down, BC Lions.
Doug Flutie came with a quad receiver set to the wide side of the field, took Chris Skinner out of the backfield, waggled him out to the right side, and then gave the inside handoff to the power back, John Volpe. Short yardage here. They look like they're bringing in the elephant offense and going for it. This is a big play earlier in the game.
A big gamble on the part of Bob Obilovich and the Lions coaching staff early in the opening quarter. They need about 1.5 yards for the first down to keep this drive alive. They get to Volpe, and Volpe has the first down with about 2 yards to spare. Good call, good execution on the part of the BC Lions.
Tremendous confidence builder right there by Coach Obilovich to let Doug Flutie continue the drive out, showing the offense that he does have confidence that they can move the ball against this very tough Calgary defense.
First and 10 Lions from the 28. They get to Volpe. Volpe's got some room. He could go. Volpe forced out of play by Junior Thurman, and they mark his forward progress at the 7-yard line. A 21-yard gain for John Volpe and the BC Lions, taking it down inside the 10.
Out of the shotgun, just an inside handoff. See number 66, Big Jim Mills, turning upfield, getting a good block, and Volpe showing good speed. Not enough containment coming from that right side of the Calgary defense.
So it's first and goal to go for the Lions from the 7. Flutie puts it up. In and out of the arms of Chris Skinner. He was all alone. It was a pass he could have had and should have had. The only thing I can think of was the sun may have caught his eye at the last second.
You got to take a look just at the very end out of Chris Skinner, looking that ball all the way in and just did not concentrate. That's a very catchable pass. Chris Skinner is the guy that knows it most out there. He hates himself for that. And Doug Flutie will come back to him to make sure that he maintains his confidence.
Second and goal to go from the 7-yard line. 10:37 to play, opening quarter, no score. Volpe. Touchdown! John Volpe, BC Lions. Boy, they made that one look easy. The whole drive, and then finished by John Volpe.
Big compliment to that offensive line up front. Ian Sinclair, Jamie Terrace, the left tackle. Just a little cross block in there. The center blocking out. Terrace pulling back around and making a quick trap on 97. Warnock. Volpe does the very same. He walks in almost untouched. Big drive for the BC Lions.
21st touchdown of the season for John Volpe. His first in playoff action with the BC Lions. Louis Pasaglia with the point after. It's a low line drive, but it works. And the BC Lions take a 7-0 lead over the Calgary Stampeders, the first time they had the ball on offense.
Mark Tucker has an injured knee.
Louis Pasaglia will kick it off for the BC Lions following their first touchdown. Errol Tucker and Pee Wee Smith deep to receive. And it'll be Tucker at the 25. Tucker brought down at the 37-yard line. So Danny Barrett and the Calgary Stampeders offense will get their first touch of the ball. A 52-yard kick from Louis Pasaglia and a 14-yard return from Errol Tucker. Impressive statistics, just like his counterpart, Doug Flutie. And don't forget, Danny Barrett missed 6 games.
With his own, and the big thing is, only threw 5 interceptions while he played this season.
First and 10 for the Stampeders from their own 36. Barrett completes his first pass attempt of the game to David Saburgis. Only had 9 catches coming into this game for 107 yards. The offensive keys for the Calgary Stampeders.
As go Calgary, so does number 8 right there. Alan Pitts, their game-breaking receiver right there, will need to have a big game. And Pee Wee Smith from the outside will need to open up his throwing attack a little bit, make some big catches to open up the utilization of the other weapons that Danny Barrett has.
Second and 1. They give to McVay, and he has the first down.
The ball carrier gain of 2 yards. First down.
Big first down for the Calgary Stampeders. Defensive keys for the BC Lions. O.J. Brigance, who's having just a great season. Stuart Hill needs to be able to put some heat on Danny Barrett, and also the new corner, Lonnie Finch, on the right-hand side. He will be tested earlier in this game.
Lonnie Finch could be the man on the hot seat for the BC Lions, having replaced Norman Jefferson. 1st and 10 for Barrett and company. And Morris Smith had a good angle on a possible interception there off of Sean Beals.
Smith on the coverage.
Good job, Spence. Let's go.
Penalty against the BC Lions. Here's the call.
Here's the call. Roughing the passer, number 51 BC. 1st down, Calgary.
Roughing the passer. Let's go to Chris.
Steve, the medical report on Mark Singer isn't good. A damaged medial collateral ligament. He is out for the game.
That's bad news indeed for the Calgary Stampeders, but they are 1st and 10 from the Lions 48. Barrett passing over the middle, complete to Keevan Jenkins. Jenkins down inside the 40-yard line. Donald Miller here to make the stop.
Tackled by Donald
Where
Miller.
Danny Barrett does such a great job of reading. He has a 5-receiver pack, 3 to the wide side, 2 to the short side. BC's defense lines up in a zone, a 3-deep zone coverage. He reads that very well, comes to his secondary receiver, which is Keevan Jenkins. Good pressure that time by the BC defense on Danny Barrett, and if they continue with that, it'll force him to have just a quicker release every time he touches the ball.
2nd and 1 for the Stampeders from the 39. McVay has the first down. So just like the BC Lions the first time they had the ball, the Calgary Stampeders are putting an impressive drive together.
Danny Barrett showing great confidence in running off the right side, off of behind Leo Blanchard and Lloyd Fairbanks, putting McVay in there to pick up the big first down.
They spot the ball at the 36-yard line of the Lions. Stampeders now 1st and 10. BC leading 7-0 if you just joined us. Fumble, and it's recovered by the BC Lions. Stu Hill jumping on the loose ball for BC.
Recovered by BC, Stu Hill.
So when we come back, the Lions will have the ball. 7:32 to play, opening quarter. Still celebrating his very first fumble recovery in playoff action, Stu Hill, and this is how it happened.
Inside handoff to Jenkins, very simple. The good thing it was number 79, Derek McCready, who was able to get great penetration to dislodge that ball a little bit. And as you said, Stuart Hill comes up with his first fumble recovery.
So it's 1st and 10 for the BC Lions from their own 35. They lead 7-0. 7:17 to play, opening quarter. Good fake, buys Flutie some time. Decides to run the ball himself. Short of the first down by about 3 or 4 yards. That is where Flutie is so dangerous. When he is hesitating, you don't know whether to come up and make the tackle or let him throw the ball.
But he puts a lot of pressure on you defensively. When he's scrambling out there, he has broken containment. And when you're sitting in a zone defense as a linebacker or a secondary guy, the main thing you have to do is lock up with the man in your zone first of all until Doug Flutie passes the line of scrimmage, and then pursue to make a tackle on him.
2nd and 4 from the 41. Flutie, complete to Trevathan. Trevathan has the first down and is stopped by Greg Peterson as he crosses the 50-yard line.
9 yards on the play, and the BC Lions first down.
Impressive numbers for the University of Montana grad who came to the BC Lions along with Matt Clark.
You'll see Trevathan coming in from the left part of your screen right here underneath. A lot of pressure on this young fella since the injury to Matt Clark, and he will be able to rise to that occasion.
1st and 10 BC from their own 50. From the shotgun to get to Volpe. A flag goes down. Volpe picks up 7 or 8 yards on the carry, but the call is against the BC Lions. So they'll mark this one back. Let's get the call from Ken Lazaruk.
Legal procedure, BC number 53, first down repeated.
Leo Groenwagen is the guilty party for the BC Lions, the starting offensive guard on the right side. The 6'5", 270-pound UBC grad who played for the Ottawa Rough Riders before coming to BC. 1st and 15 now for the Lions from the 45. Lots of time for Flutie. Fires high. He was looking for Volpe, who had come out of the backfield, but it's incomplete.
Doug Flutie's looking up. He's got the mismatch that he wants. He's got Volpe against number 37, which will be Matt Finley, one-on-one on the outside. He figures that he can come to that play, and anytime that you get Volpe and Alexander on the right-hand side, look for that marriage to take place. Doug Flutie will want to go to that side later in the game.
2nd and 15 for BC. From the shotgun. Flutie over the middle, complete to Ray Alexander. And Alexander has the first down, and he's brought down at the 45-yard line by Carl Anthony and Greg Peterson.
19 yards and a BC line.
A pickup of 19.
Carl Anthony on the tackle for the Stampeders.
A huge first down for BC.
Great ISO on Alexander. He's able to read the zone coverage, be able to create some distance between he and number 19, that's Carl Anthony, come underneath behind the zone, and then be able to have Doug Flutie deliver it on the line.
104 receptions over the course of the regular season for Alexander, a club record. Again from the shotgun. They fake Flutie this time. And a good catch by the kid, McLennan. He juggled it, but he hung on. So that's the second catch of the game for Spencer McLennan.
Watching on the coverage for the Stampeders, the BC Lions. First down.
The youngster showing great concentration that time. Doug Flutie set it up with a play action inside that trap play that they scored earlier with to hold the linebackers. Got McLennan one-on-one on the outside. Came up with a big catch.
1st and 10 Lions from the 32-yard line of the Calgary Stampeders. Volpe. Just a bit of a hole for Volpe. 3 or 4 yards on the carry. Dan Wicklum, who's there to meet him.
Second down, BC.
Bob Obilovich squinting into the sun, which is in the faces of the Calgary Stampeder defenders at the present moment. BC Lions are playing into the wind, which is gusting at 30 kilometers an hour. Huge difference in time of possession favoring BC. Ray Alexander. And he's not going anywhere. That time it was read by Matt Finley and the Stampeder defense.
Pitch screen to the outside to Alexander. They got Romano and Taras, the lineman, coming out the block for him. And did you see the great pursuit by Matt Finley, able to shut that play down for very little gain.
So that'll bring on Louis Pasaglia, the all-time leading points getter in professional football with 2,522, and had a good season against the Calgary Stampeders. From the 35-yard line, the field goal attempt into the wind, and it is good. So the BC Lions jump in front of the Calgary Stampeders with 3:14 to play, opening quarter. Following the Louis Pasaglia field goal that gave the BC Lions a 10-0 lead, Pasaglia will do the honors once again with the kickoff. This is Tucker to take it at the 30. Looking for running room up the middle. There was none, and Tucker is brought down at the 32-yard line. And of course, the winner of this game will advance to the Western final in Edmonton against the Eskimos. 1st and 10, Calgary. Barrett is dropped by McCready as he attempted to run. He gained about 4 or 5 yards on the play, but certainly not enough for the first down. Forced out of the pocket, and McCready was there to make the tackle.
BC playing a good, solid zone defense downfield. Great coverage. Danny Barrett looking down there, could not see anybody to throw to, trying to elude that McCready, was unable to.
2nd and 5, Stampeders. Barrett puts it up complete, and that should be good for the first down. They were picking on Lonnie Finch that time with the pass to Carl Bland. We expected them to go to Lonnie Finch a lot more, perhaps because of the fact that Norman Jefferson is out of the lineup and Lonnie Finch is taking his place. 1st and 10 from the 50 for Calgary. Another pass complete, this time to Alan Pitts. And Ken Petway pushes him out of play.
Danny Barrett doing a great job. Lands on the inside here, does a little pick play as Alan Pitts comes from the inside. Calgary's going with a hurry-up offense, and they also have 6 legitimate wide receivers or inside receivers on the field right now.
3 on one side, 3 on the other. Quick pass over the middle to wide open Alan Pitts. He could go. Great effort by Alan Pitts.
Great angle here where we get the mismatch Danny Barrett's wanted. He's got 6 receivers in there, causes a little confusion in the BC secondary. Allows the dump off very quickly to Alan Pitts. When you hit Alan Pitts in the open field like that and give him some running room, big things happen, as it just did for a major 6 points.
McLaughlin with the point after, and it is good. So the Calgary Stampeders have come roaring back with a 55-yard touchdown strike from Danny Barrett to that man, Alan Pitts. The series covered 77 yards, 4 plays, and it took them 1 minute and 15 seconds. And the crowd here at McMahon Stadium is on its feet.
Better yet for Wally Bono and the Calgary Stampeders, that shook all those nervous butterflies right now to have him go down there. Again, we're going to come back to Pitts showing these one-on-one stiff arms. Number 8, that's Kenny Petway, has good strength, gets in there, wants to fight. That's an excited Danny Barrett as a quarterback right there.
Wally Bono told us that 3 receivers on one side, 3 on the other, might shake up the BC Lions defense, and that's exactly what it did there. McLaughlin with the kickoff following the touchdown, taken by Smith. He's at the 25. Tries to take it outside, but the Stampeders weren't buying it. Smith is dropped at the 33 by Greg Peterson. So once again, Doug Flutie and the BC Lions offense will go to work following a 58-yard kick and a 16-yard return. 1:54 to play, opening quarter here at McMahon, and it's been everything we thought it would be in this second half of our CFL playoff doubleheader on CBC television. Good to have you with us wherever you're watching this afternoon. 1st and 10 Lions from the 33-yard line. Chris Skinner. And Skinner fights his way up to about the 41, 42-yard line.
Trying to give you just a little different look with different personnel. They're doing the same things, though. 3 receivers to the wide side. John Volpe split out as a slot back to the short side along with Alexander. Chris Skinner is behind. Now they're going to run the ball inside to Chris Skinner to try to spread that Calgary defense across the field.
Chris Skinner, the Bishop's grad, used mostly as a blocking back by the BC Lions in their offensive scheme. 2nd and 2 from the 41. Flutie in and out of the arms of McLennan, and that may have been a case where the youngster was running before he caught the ball. And the reason that McLennan is into the ball game is because Matt Clark and Jay Christensen were injured in the final regular season game against the Hamilton Ticats, and that brings on McLennan and Kevin Thompson, another junior from the Surrey Rams in BC.
Doug Flutie, with his experience, will take that young kid McLennan on the sideline, go talk to him, tell him, hey, come on, now concentrate, look the ball in, watch the ball all the way in, make the catch before you turn it upfield.
Louis Pisaglia hunting for the first time this afternoon. 3rd and 2. They're not going to gamble from there. Did gamble earlier. Pisaglia with a low kick. Pee Wee Smith having trouble finding the handle on that one, but he finally comes up with it at about the 27, 28-yard line.
Remy Trudell on the coverage
40-yard
for the
punt
BC
from Louis
Lions. No
Pasaki
return.
and a 2-yard return from Pee Wee Smith. Calgary Stampeders once again are going with their 6 receivers. 3 on one side, 3 on the other. Barrett passing over the middle. It's intercepted. Doug Hocking with a key turnover for the BC Lions. And there is another graduate of the BC junior ranks, the Surrey Rams, coming up with a timely interception.
Doug Hawkins inserted. Danny Barrett has enough time to throw the ball, just forces it in. He's got Alan Pitts about 5 yards behind that zone. All he had to do was lay it out there. Danny Barrett did rush that throw a little bit. Big turnover, but what that creates when Calgary comes out with a 6 wide receiver package, it forces BC to make some substitutions, or else you're going to have mismatches with linebackers covering wide receivers or slot backs one-on-one.
The turnover gives the Lions 1st and 10 from the 32. Flutie with time, going deep, looking for Volpe, and Volpe had it in and out of his arms, but I don't think it would have counted. Volpe was out of bounds, and there goes the gun to end the first quarter of play. The Lions with a 3-point lead over the Calgary Stampeders.
The final play of the first quarter is the score.
Older brothers are always right, aren't they?
That'll bring on Louis Pasaki with the field goal attempt. And with the wind at his back, Pasaki is good. And the BC Lions increase their lead to 13-7 over the Stampeders. 14 minutes and 19 seconds remaining to play in the second quarter here at McMahon Stadium. I know that Bob Obilovich would have liked a touchdown from his troops on that last series, but it wasn't to be. Chris, how windy is it down there at field level?
Well, it doesn't look very windy right now, Steve, but it is gusting, and from second to second it can change up to 15 kilometers an hour, as you can see right now. I had a good line on Darren Flutie's pass, though, and the wind didn't seem to play tricks on that one.
1st and 10 for the Stampeders. McVeigh, the ball carrier, gets up to the 41-yard line.
The ball carrier gained 6 yards on the play.
Let's check the statistical story in that first quarter, Dan.
Pretty well, as you can see, it's even up to a point. The big thing right now is the 2 turnovers by the Calgary Stampeders and also the time of possession of the BC Lions. This is what Doug Flutie does well, ball control.
2nd and 4 for Danny Barrett and the Calgary Stampeders offense from the 41. That pass was intended for Alan Pitts, incomplete. Petway was defending on the play.
Covered by Ken Petway. 3rd down, Stampeders.
Hard to say if Pitts was annoyed at himself for not making the catch or Danny Barrett for the throw.
Pitts finding Petway outside. He's wide open. He's got 2 steps on him. Danny Barrett was getting some heat from the backside. Stuart Hill was in his face, and he just had to force that throw, or else it could have been a completion for Alan Pitts.
First punt of the game for Jerry Carrick. Taken by Smith at the 45. Still on his feet. He's got some room. Carrick manages to get an arm on Smith and force him out of bounds.
In this case, to get to the wall right now, and what that return unit does is that they know that they have faith in Smith, that if they make a block, he's able to break it, and he may break it at any time. This is the kind of attitude that guys like Edmonton Eskimos have with Gizmo Williams out there.
Good field position for Doug Flutie and the Lions offense. 1st and 10 from the Stamps 35. They get to Volpe, and Volpe runs right into the arms of Alondra Johnson and Matt Finley. They read that one perfectly. Johnson had 89 tackles over the course of the regular season, 5th best in the CFL.
Good defense, good penetration out of the shotgun, the inside handoff. Groenwegen, the guard, pulling the right side. Matt Finley's not going to have anything of that. Stuffs him right back into play, and then you see the pursuit come in. This is what the defense has to do on either side, and that's swarm around and gang tackle.
They lose 1 on the play. The ball at the 36. Flutie with time. Picked off. It was intended for Trevathan, but Ken Watson at the last second left his feet and was able to knock that one away.
Out of the shotgun. It's a little bit of a drop and roll or a dash play, whatever you want to call it, your terminology. Takes it deep, comes out to the outside, and there's number 33, Kenny Watson, a former BC Lions, making a great diving play, or Trevathan had a big gain for almost a touchdown.
Well, you mentioned before the game began that Ken Watson could be instrumental for the Calgary Stampeders. Big play there. Louis Pasaglia with another field goal try. And again, it is good for Lou, and the BC Lions now lead the Stampeders 16-7. With 12:03 remaining to play in the second quarter. The Stamps have the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 35. Barrett completes it to Carl Bland. Let's go down to Chris.
Steve, not unusual for wide receivers to wear gloves, but it is for quarterbacks. When Danny Barrett broke the knuckle on his right index finger, he had to wear gloves to help him hold the football. In fact, they use extra firm inflation footballs as well for him to get a better grip.
Chris, you got to grip that ball a little further towards the nose to make it spiral. Work on that. Danny Barrett fires, looking for Alan Pitts. It's incomplete. Stampeders claiming pass interference on the play against Donald Miller.
Second down, Stampeders.
That'll make it 2nd and 10.
Miller's all over him right here, just grabbing and groping around the top of the head of Alan Pitts. Should have been called on that. Referees missed one. Is that some of that old St. Mary's quarterback theory that you're giving Chris down there?
Sure, I give lessons. 2nd and 10 from the 52. That time, Barrett was ready for Sean Beals. Incomplete. Lions covering on the play, led by Morris Smith. He's been quite a story since joining the BC Lions, what with his kickoff and punt returns and play in the secondary for the BC Lions. Jerry Carrick, who replaced Brent Mattich a few games ago when Mattich broke his leg.
Coach Bono very happy with his kicking. And here he is, he's going to fake the bet. Jerry Carrick seeing the open of the BC return team and does a great job. Jerry Carrick showing some of that experience of a kicker that he has. I was getting ready to talk about how well he came the ball kind of up in the air as far as kicking it where the coverage team could get. But as we talked to Coach Bono earlier in our meeting, Steve, he said that Jerry Carrick sees those things a lot better, and he's on the go, that he's got a free rein to make a play like that.
He gambled and he won, and this is how he did it.
Taking a look on that, seeing the defensive return unit of BC turning to get downfield and make a block. He sees the opening, runs right toward the flags, and he picks up a big first down, and that picks just a big shot of adrenaline in the Calgary Stampeders.
A 21-yard gain, 1st and 10 from the Lions 37. Barrett going long. He's got his man open. A tremendous catch, if they rule it a catch, and I believe they have, for Sean Beals, who went down on his knees to pull that one in. They have ruled it complete. A 32-yard gain down to the Lions' 5-yard line.
Plenty of time by Danny Barrett to throw the ball. A post corner by Beals. He has Chuck Smith beaten by a yard or two, and it's still, we can't see from this angle if he did actually catch it or not, but you can see he does have his hands underneath it, scoops it in. Great concentration.
1st and goal to go, Stampeders from the 5. Barrett to pass, puts it up. He's got Pitts open, and he just overthrows Pitts. He was working against Ken Petway, and he had him beat, but Barrett had to hang it up, and it was too long. And goal to go from the 5. Barrett, that pass is blocked. Barrett's complete, touchdown, McBain.
You've got to be good to be lucky and lucky to be good. Danny Barrett has plenty of time to throw this ball. You up with a big touchdown catch.
McLaughlin attempts the point after. It is good. The Calgary Stampeders right back in this one. They trail the Lions by 2. Games over the course of the regular season, the Stampeders outscored BC 144 to 141. So we expected lots of offense in this game, the Western semifinal, and we've received it so far. 30 points on the board as the Lions attempt the short kickoff. Make that the Calgary Stampeders attempting the short kickoff, but it backfires. The BC Lions will have excellent field position from Mike Marasco, taking the ball and bullying his way up close to midfield. Chris?
Steve, I just talked to Jerry Korek about that fake punt. He says he has the green light to go at any time. Wasn't planning to, but when he looked up, there weren't any Lions around, and it was the big play that led to the touchdown.
The 10 for BC from the 54. Flutie. Complete that time to Skinner. Darrell Hall defending on the play for the Stampeders.
Skinner, tackled by Darrell Hall, gain of 4 yards on the play. Second down, BC.
It took the Calgary Stampeders 2 minutes and 19 seconds to go 75 yards and 7 plays. McVeigh taking that deflected pass from Danny Barrett and giving the Stampeders their second touchdown of the game. They trail the Lions by 2. 8:51 remaining to play second quarter. The Lions have the ball, 2nd and 6 from the 53. Skinner short of the first down. Harold Hasselback in there to make the stop for Calgary. Saglia getting set to punt. The punt will come from his own 50-yard line. Angles it off to the right side. Pee Wee Smith watches it bounce into the end zone and through the end zone. So the BC Lions pick up a single point and go in front of the Stampeders by a field goal, 17-14 with 8:04 to play. 1st and 10 for the Stampeders. Barrett just floats it up there. That will be interference against Lonnie Finch. Finch was covering Bland on the play, and he just simply pulled him back. A costly error by Lonnie Finch. Here's the call from Ken Lazaruk.
Forward pass interference. BC number 7. First down, Calgary.
Well, those are the kind of things that turn coaches prematurely gray.
Just the very end of the play, he's got excellent coverage on Bland, but at the point just does not turn around and try to find the ball. Had he tried to find the ball, it would not have been pass interference on him.
And Barrett goes right back to Bland for the completion at the 30-yard line. And again, they're working on Lonnie Finch.
They will continue to try to work on Lonnie Finch, and what that does from an offensive point of view, if Danny Barrett knows that he will be in a man-to-man coverage, they'll work on it. That will force the BC defense at some point in time. If Finch is not being successful, they're going to have to protect him and play some zone coverage.
7:02 to play. Second quarter. Lions leading 17-14. 2nd and 4 for the Stampeders. Barrett complete to a wide open Andy McVeigh. McVeigh down to the 17-yard line. Paul Wetmore and Bruce Holmes combining to make the stop for the Lions.
Again, we gave credit to Danny Barrett early of having a good, quick reads here. Zone defense by the BC Lions. Danny Barrett can read it. The release by McVeigh off the left. He dumps the ball off knowing he's going to get hit. Takes the shot, but the completion is more important.
They spot the ball just over the 17. It's 1st and 10 Stampeders. Barrett floats it up again, looking for Carl Bland. And this time it's incomplete and no interference against Lonnie Finch.
Lonnie Finch.
Finch had good position on Bland that time. He took the inside away from him, gave him the outside, and of course the outside was out of play.
Gave him the outside, squeezed him toward that 13th man, which is the out of bounds on the line in the end zone, and pushed him right out there where that play could not be completed.
Big second down for the Stampeders. Barrett under pressure, gets it away, and the flag goes down. Barrett could be charged for intentionally grounding the ball.
The Intentional grounding. Number 8, Calgary. It's third down.
Intentional grounding is the call against the Calgary quarterback, Danny Barrett.
Danny Barrett doing something he doesn't normally like to do a lot, moving the pocket around, forces the corner, but Lloyd Fairbanks was not able to get a fairly good block on Stuart Hill, who was able to get upfield and get his hands on Danny Barrett, forcing him to throw that pass away. That's one of those passes that normally Danny Barrett would just eat and allow McLaughlin to come in and make the field goal attempt.
Mark McLaughlin good on 71% of his field goal attempts, and that one is wide. Morris Smith just watches it sail through the end zone, resulting in a single point for the Stampeders. They now trail the Lions by 2.
Calgary Stampeders 15.
First and 10 for the Lions from their own 35. Flutie complete to his brother Darren. Darren gets up to the 45-yard line. Brought down by Carl Anthony.
Tackled by Carl Anthony.
He's in. Doug Flutie comes back, just a quick rocket arm right there, throws it right into your living room to brother Darren Flutie, and picks up a good 9 yards, make it second and short. This is the kind of situation where Doug Flutie could be very, very dangerous. Anything could happen.
Flutie averaged 16.5 yards per reception for the Lions. Joined them late in the season. 2nd and 1 for BC from the 44. Flutie on the quarterback sneak right up the middle.
Flutie, the ball carrier, gain of a yard.
Not wanting to gamble. Safety first, and it pays off. Keeps the drive alive for the BC Lions. 4:43 till halftime. BC leading Calgary 17-15. This is the Western semifinal from McMahon Stadium. Steve Armitage and Dan Kepley in the booth. Chris Cuthbert patrolling the sidelines. And we'll be hosting CFL Live at the half. Ronnie Lancaster, head coach of the Edmonton Eskimos, will be joining us. First and 10 BC. Just a swing pass to Volpe. Volpe gets the block he wants. And very close to the first down. Might be just shy.
Great read this time by Doug Flutie. What he does, he sets 3 receivers, and Chris Skinner just to the right of your screen, tries to read downfield, then dumps it off to Volpe, but watch Chris Skinner come from your backside here. Makes the block, allows Volpe to get outside, and picks up a first down, but we got a call coming from Ken Lazaruk right now.
Holding, BC number 20, first down repeated.
Holding against Skinner. And that will nullify the gain and take the ball back to just over the 35-yard line, where the BC Lions are now 1st and 20. Three-step drop for Flutie. To Alexander, and that was read by Junior Thurman absolutely perfectly. He had Alexander by the numbers.
Just another, his pass out to Alexander, tries to catch him in the zone defense where he's going to have some area to work, takes a couple of steps, comes back, looks the ball in, but Thurman's not going to have anything to do with it. The Thurminator comes up and just sticks his chin right in Alexander's chest and said, take it.
That's what they call him, folks, the Thurminator. 2nd and 14 now for Flutie and company. Flutie with time. Completes it to McLennan, and McLennan has the first down on the far sidelines, and a flag goes down. Early indication against Calgary.
On the face mask, Calgary number 2, first down BC.
Well, not a terribly bright play from Junior Thurman. He had his man.
A little sprint. Doug's looking to the right side, the wide side of the field. Comes back to McLennan. He's not the first receiver, but as Thurman comes up to make the tackle on him, pulls the face mask. 1st and 10 Lions. Flutie again goes to McLennan, and again the junior comes up with the big catch. Darryl Hall brings him down. What a job McLennan has done in a tight situation for the BC Lions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lucky
20-yard pass from Flutie to McLennan, and the Lions are 1st and 10 from the Stamp 16-yard line. Flutie scrambling and then putting his head down and just going down at the 6-yard line of the Calgary Stampeders.
Tackled by Alonzo Justin.
I don't think Flutie was really intending to run on this or pass on this play.
Just
Had
inside
his head down.
handoff fake there to Volpe. Sends out there, but number 90, Tim Cofield, is not going to have anything to do with it. Turns it back inside. But here is, once he's done his job as far as containing Flutie, turning it back inside, the pursuit of the Calgary defense has to get over there and make something happen. You can't allow Doug Flutie that much time to maneuver in and out, or else he's going to make big things happen for that BC offense.
And the former Boston College standout picking up the first down for the BC Lions with the run. The Lions are now first and goal to go from the 6. 2:34 remaining to play till halftime. Lions lead by 2, 17-15. Pitch to Volpe. Volpe doesn't need much of a hole, and he gets down inside the 2-yard line. Greg Peterson there to prevent the touchdown.
Volpe does a great job of following his lead blocker, Chris Skinner, cuts back up inside of number 58, Rocco Romano, and then comes back inside. It breaks outside to try to get away from the pursuit of the Calgary defense, and comes up just quite short of the goal line, makes it second and very short.
A lot of 2s on the board. Second down, 2 to go. Ball on the 2, and we're in the second quarter. Volpe crashing into the middle. The indication, touchdown, BC. So Doug Flutie mixing his passes with the run. Takes the BC Lions into the end zone. It is now 23-15.
Good power running inside. The thing is that John Volpe is built so low to the ground, and his legs never stop moving. He hits and spins and keeps fighting to get back inside, cuts back across the green, sees a little crack of daylight, and then he makes the best of a bad situation, and then he ends up getting in the goal.
Busaglia will attempt the point after. It is good, and the BC Lions lead 24-15 with 2:05 to play till halftime.
Sport Select introduces over under.
What a season John Volpe had for the BC Lions over the course of the regular season. Joined the Lions as a rookie out of Stanford University.
Visit your Sport Select Center for more details and information.
It's a straight counter handoff back inside to Volpe. Initially stopped at the line of scrimmage, but keeps fighting. Alondra Johnson comes in right at the last minute, thinks he's maybe stopped him from getting across the goal line, but the refs said no way, gives it 6.
Bob Obilovich smiling a little bit more now. Of course, that's a smile for Bob Obilovich, isn't it?
That's one of the bigger smiles for Bob. He's a very intense coach. He's a great man, a great person to work for. See, just a little trivia between the teams as far as playoff experience is concerned. 92 games for the Calgary Stampeders and 50 games experience for the BC Lions.
But right now, it's working in favor of the BC Lions. Darryl Hall tripped up as he brings that back, and a flag goes down just inside the 30-yard line.
Holding, Calgary number 25, first down.
The call against Sapunjas, so that moves the ball back to the 21-yard line, where Calgary will start this drive. First and 10. Lions on top, 24-15.
Still plenty of time for Danny Barrett to move this ball down the field, come away with some points right before the half, and go in with a surge of emotion.
Fake to Kevan Jenkins, buys Barrett a little time, complete to Pitts. Pitts stopped at the 38-yard line by Robin Belanger.
And a Stampeder first down.
That moves the yardsticks. Not a good fake by Danny Barrett, but just enough to hold the linebackers just a little bit inside in their zone coverage. Then he looks wide open down the field. Allen Pitts in the zone coverage across the middle, makes a good pitch and catch.
1:40 till halftime. First and 10, Stampeders. Barrett under pressure, and he goes down. Courtesy of Keith Powell, the Texas El Paso graduate.
Second down.
Had 1 sack over the course of the regular season. First sack in playoffs.
Keith Powell from the Dallas Cowboys last year. Comes in off the right side of your screen. Gets good pressure on Danny Barrett. Something Danny normally does is he is going to release that ball on the third or the fifth step in his drop. This time decided to hold it a little longer, and that's what it ended up in.
2nd and 18 for the Stampeders from the 30. Barrett again dropped for a loss.
Barrett loses 5
The
yards.
BC Lions defense doing the job. Bruce Holmes and Powell that time combining to bring Barrett down for the loss.
Drop
Lots
and
of-
roll. Yeah, sorry, Steve. Danny's trying to buy some time. Obviously, the last 2 passes, drop back passes in the pocket, was getting pretty heat, trying to buy some time and getting outside. But Powell and O.J. Brugance were having nothing to do with that.
Carrick not about to fake the punt this time. Smith at the 53-yard line. When he gets down to the 45-yard line.
Returned by Morris Smith.
Pee Wee Smith there to bring him down. So the BC Lions will have excellent field position with 1 minute and 1 second remaining till halftime. Lions leading 24-15.
Good pressure up front this time. Obviously trying to clog up this middle to get a little heat on Jerry Corrick so he's not attempted or to run the ball for a big first down again.
Flutie from the shotgun. Flutie looking downfield, complete to Alexander. Alexander still on his feet. Alexander loses the ball, but I think the Lions have retained possession. Alexander lost the ball at the 7-yard line, but it was scooped up by McLennan at about the 3.
McClellan and Alexander lined up, slot and wide out on the right-hand side, do a little wheel route, and then you've got Alexander going straight up the field, concentrates on the ball extremely well, turns around, looks back inside, makes a good play, and then keeps fighting. This is what happens a lot of times as you keep fighting, you don't go down. When you're trying to get extra yardage, you end up getting yourself open for a shot by one of these Calgary defenders, and that's what happened. McClellan was the guy that recovered the fumble.
The pitch to Volpe. Touchdown, BC, John Volpe. In their last 8 possessions, the BC Lions have scored on 7. And that has got to speak volumes for the job that Doug Flutie and the BC Lions offense have done.
Volpe just made this look easy, took the toss around the right side. There's no pursuit. Calgary defenders are nowhere inside. Chris Skinner, the fullback, is out there, does a good block on the corner to allow Volpe to walk right into the end zone.
A huge touchdown for the BC Lions with time running out on the Calgary Stampeders in the 2nd quarter. Passaglia with the point after attempt. It is good. So the BC Lions now lead 31-15. Chris.
Steve, here are the 2 owners, Murray Pezum and Larry Rickman. Pez, 30-15. Is it too early to celebrate?
Oh, of course. There's still another half to go.
Now, Steve has already said hi to Tammy in Phoenix, but you wanted to talk about your new co-owner or new owner in the CFL, Larry Rickman.
Absolutely. Actually, on behalf of Larry Rickman, I'd like to thank Bruce McNall and Don Trump for the fine turnout here today. I think about 4,000 people.
You're getting me in trouble here. Now, Larry...
Wait a minute. Okay. You know, one of the Edmonton players was talking about pacifiers for my team, so I brought him one of my team pacifiers. Hey, Larry, you can play with that.
Well, Murray, actually, I thought it was the guys on your team that were whining about our boys being a little tough. Anyway, we're very, very happy with the crowd today.
Tammy, I love you. I love you, Tammy.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
50-yard kickoff.
Thank you, Chris. You had your hands full down there. To be a fly on the wall in the Calgary Stampeders dressing room at halftime to hear what Wally has to say to his club. Barrett to Keevan Jenkins.
Keevan Jenkins, the ball carrier,
has not seen a lot of work for the Calgary Stampeders this afternoon. Certainly not as much as John Volpe.
Wally Bono has been in this position before. He's been through the trenches. He's had bullets fired at him. He knows what it's going to take to inspire this Calgary offense and Calgary defense to come out and play a very good second half.
2nd and 3 for the Stampeders from the 37. they are going nowhere as the clock runs down on the Stampeders in the first half of play. Lions head for the dressing room, leading 31-15. Look at the time of possession for the BC Lions, 18 minutes and 21 seconds compared to 11 minutes and 39 seconds for the Calgary Stampeders, and the 2 turnovers against the Calgary Stampeders. I thought the difference in that first half. Play selection, the BC Lions mixing it up very, very well. Calgary passing more than they rushed, but because they were trying to dig themselves out of a bit of a hole, Barrett obviously thought he had to put the ball in the air. Pasaglia getting set to kick off, and this second half is underway. Tucker at the 25, taking it to the outside, gets up just shy of the 45-yard line. Sean Millington is there to make the stop for the BC Lions, as Danny Barrett brings the Calgary Stampeders offense onto the field. A 49-yard kick and an 18-yard return.
Danny Barrett showing great numbers that he had in the first half. 11 for 17, almost 200 yards, 2 TDs, but the 1 big interception that stopped the drive early in the second quarter.
And that interception led to a BC Lions touchdown. This time they got 4 receivers set to the right, 2 to the left, so they are going with that 6 receiver set. And the first pass from Barrett to Pee Wee Smith is complete. Danny, you and I wondered why he didn't go to it more often in the first half. He's going to it to open the second half.
Comes back right now, wide side of the field, just running the seam pattern, throws it, and he's got great touch on this. Belanger, the safety, almost comes up with the big play, but again, good concentration and comes up with a big first down.
A 29-yard gain. Barrett this time underthrowing, but a flag goes down at the 15-yard line.
Forward pass interference, BC number 37, first down Calgary.
The call is against Donald Miller of the Lions, so that sets up the Stampeders 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Early motion at the line of scrimmage, and the play is blown down. That little scamper from Barrett, all for naught.
Looked like it was number 79, Derek McCready, trying to anticipate the jump, and we'll get the call here from Ken Lazarus.
Offside, BC number 79, still first down.
Good call, Dan. It was indeed against McCready. The Stampeders continue to move down the field. They're now 1st and 5 from the 12. Barrett, complete, touchdown! David Sapunjas. Shot by Belanger, who is noted for his hitting, and able to get that ball in there. That is a big touchdown and a big morale booster right there, Steve. 31-21. McLaughlin will try to make it 22, and he does with the point after. 31-22 favor the BC Lions over the Calgary Stampeders. So whatever it was that Wally Buono said to his troops at halftime worked, because they came out flying with a touchdown from Sapunjas, his first TD of the year.
Sapunjas, a very versatile receiver, helps out in the backfield, works extremely well on the special teams, a great utility guy, and he shows his value there when they come out with this 6-receiver package. Now, what that's going to do, Obi's going to get on the sideline with his defensive coaches, and it's going to make them have to do some changes in that BC secondary. Whether they take out a linebacker, insert some other DBs to try to accommodate so that they get a matchup with those 6 receivers across the board.
4 plays, 66 yards. It took him just over 1 minute to put an important touchdown on the board. Smith at the 10. Right up the middle, there's a hole. but it closed quickly as Smith crossed the 37-yard line, brought down by Darcy Cobb. Let's go down to Chris.
Steve, Dan Kepley was speculating about what happened at halftime in the Calgary room. Well, when they came out, all the players were saying quick TD, and 64 seconds later, they got what they needed to get back in the game.
A big touchdown indeed for the Calgary Stampeders.
As important as it was for the Calgary offense to come out and do well, it's more important right now for the Calgary defense to be able to stop Doug Flutie on this first series.
1st and 10 Lions from their own 38. Flutie buys some time with a fake pass. Intercepted! Calgary! Ken Watson, the former BC Lion, has the ball inside the 30-yard line of his former teammates.
Great play by Watson at this time. Doug Flutie rolls out, buys all kind of time, and the ball is thrown a little high, and Watson is the man right on the spot, comes up with a big interception. This is a major turnover right now for Danny Barrett and company.
Chris Skinner and Mike Trevathan doing a good job in getting back to put the tackle on Ken Watson. Schumacher, Ontario. High. Hope you're enjoying the game this afternoon. 1st and 10 Stampeders from the 27. Pass over the middle to Pitts, complete. Pitts is down at the 20-yard line by Ken Petway.
Danny Barrett showing great composure here, very contented, 3-step drop, turn around, dump it very quickly to Pitts inside as they're trying to play in the zone. He's very methodical about moving the ball down the field a little at a time.
A gain of 7 on that last play. The ball spotted just inside the 20-yard line. Lions lead 31-22. Third quarter just underway. Flags go down both sides of the field. Did Johnson move too soon? Here's the call.
League of procedure. Calgary number 64, still second down.
So this time it works for the BC Lions against the Stampeders. Here it is.
Quick little move right at the top of your screen. You can see Kenny Moore, the left tackle, just trying to get off the ball a little quick.
2nd down. Going long. Touchdown! Pee Wee Smith. Dramatic turn of events for the Calgary Stampeders. Down 31-15 at the half. They have come back and struck with 2 quick touchdowns. And McLaughlin with the successful point after, and it is now 31-29. The Lions lead by 2. Touchdowns in 2 minutes and 32 seconds. The last one to Pee Wee Smith. And this crowd here at McMahon Stadium has reason to celebrate. The BC Lions still lead, but it's only 2 points as the Stampeders kick off following the touchdown. This is Smith. He's at the 20. Cuts it up the middle. Finds a hole. And does a good job to cross the 45-yard line where Doug Flutie will have excellent field position with the Lions offense. Let's take another look at that touchdown.
Here's the touchdown coming to the top of your screen. There's Pee Wee Smith. The reason he got away from, he had about a 2-yard advantage against number 35. That's Paul Wetmore, the outside linebacker. And as long as Calgary can create those kind of mismatches, you'll see that kind of exciting play through the course of this second half.
There's the comparison between Doug Flutie and Barrett. Barrett has jumped in front 273 to 159 from the shotgun. Flutie had to be quick, and he completes to Ray Alexander. First down. A gain of over 20 yards for the BC Lions on the play.
A gain of 20 yards on the play of the BC
I was just going to say it'd be interesting to see how Flutie and the Lions offense respond.
Identical play that Alexander ran earlier in the first quarter, catching the deep zone pattern across the middle. The beat that the Calgary linebackers have got to create and get a little more depth when they're playing that 3 deep zone.
First and 10 BC from the Calgary 45. Fake to Skinner, buys some time, and it was given to Skinner. I thought Flutie had faked him out. He faked me out, but he gave it to Skinner. Kent Warnock over there to make the stop along with Greg Peterson. It is first and 10 for the Lions from the 34-yard line of Calgary. Flutie gets the pass away, in and out of the arms of Ray Alexander, who was very close to first down territory had he been able to hang on to the ball.
No doubt about this. He's got him to the wide side of the field as far as Alexander's to the short side of the field with Volpe. Turns and just hooks up. He's standing out all by himself. Easy catchable pass. He's supposed to catch those kind, and he will from now on, probably.
And for those of you counting at home, I'm sure that is the 4th dropped pass by a BC receiver in this game this afternoon. Second and 10 for the Lions. From the Stamps 34. Flutie out of the shotgun. Has the time, looking for Alexander, and he almost picked off. A good effort at the last second by Alondra Johnson on the deflected ball. Carl Anthony was covering on the play, but it was the former Lion Alondra Johnson who dove for it, but couldn't quite come up with it. That would have been a huge turnover for the Calgary Stampeders.
Same identical pattern that they ran before, just a curl on the weak side. Ball stone high. Anthony tries to come up. What Alexander did was tip the ball almost back into Alondra Johnson's hands.
Louis Persaglia
will attempt a field goal from the 40-yard line. Persaglia had a good first half, hitting on 3 field goals. This one just has the legs, drops over the crossbar, so the BC Lions increase their lead to 34-29 over the Stamps. This is Tucker at the 25. Tucker comes up just shy of the 40-yard line. Sean Millington is there to make the stop for the BC Lions.
Tackled by Sean Millington. Stampeder football, first and 10.
Louis Persaglia, with that last field goal, has just moved into 5th place on the all-time playoff scoring list with 127 points. Larry Robinson is number 1 with 196. Trevor Kenner, number 2. Jack Abensham, number 3. And Dave Cutler, number 4. So Louis moving up. First and 10 for the Stampeders. Barrett fires over the middle, complete. And then the ball is knocked loose, but I think they're going to rule that a reception for Carl Bland. He took a great shot the moment that ball hit his arms, but managed to hang on for the reception.
Bland did a great job of reading the zone coverage, comes back inside, concentrates, watches the ball all the way in, makes the catch. What Danny Barrett did was throw that ball with a lot of velocity.
First and 10 from the 55. Barrett under pressure, sacked by the Lions, led by Stu Hill.
Hill lost 4 yards on the play. Second down, Stampede.
We mentioned at the beginning of our telecast that Stu Hill had to have a great game defensively for the Lions if they were going to stop Barrett and the Calgary offense. And Hill has certainly risen to the occasion.
Eight sacks through the course of the season.
Cofield looks like he's about ready to return to action. Barrett, incomplete.
Barrett's pass intended for Sean
Looking
Beals.
for Sean Beals that time. Morris Smith was covering on the play for the Lions. So that'll bring a 3rd down situation.
Beals does a great job of making the cut as he comes back inside. Danny Barrett was rushed a little bit in the pocket, threw the ball outside, or else Beals had a chance for that reception.
No comparison between the punting averages for Louis Persaglia and Jerry Clark, 57 to 27. But this time, Clark gets away a good one, a high spiral, chases Smith back. to the 10, and he watches it bounce around, picks it up, and gets up to about the 23, 24-yard line. Forced down by 4 or 5 Stampeders who were downfield on the coverage. A 39-yard punt and a 5-yard return.
Give a smile. Show your teeth.
There's a young Calgary Stampeder fan. They start him young here in Calgary. First and 10 for the Lions from their own 24. Volpe, big hole. And Volpe crosses the 50-yard line. Ken Watson rides him down for the Stampeders.
BC Lions first down. Ken Watson on the tackle.
Very simple play, just a straight inside handoff, blocked down by the guard, a block around by the center, and Volpe does this. Here's what you can't do. You cannot arm tackle a guy like Volpe. You have to come up, buckle down, break down, and get your shoulder pad into him to be able to have a chance to stop a guy like that.
80 yards rushing for Volpe, 10 for Jenkins. No comparison.
Should have been a late.
Quick pass, complete to Ray Alexander. Gets the block he wants early, and then gets the first down. Harold Hasselback pulling Ray Alexander down.
Great play right here. Just a hitch screen back to Alexander. You see him go back to Flutie. Now here comes Taras, the guard, pulling out, gets the block on the Terminator, and allows Alexander to be able to pick up a big first down and continue this play. This is what Doug Flutie and that BC offense has done through the course of this season. Ball control.
Looks like he's limping as he goes off the field. He has just over 100 yards receiving this afternoon. He had 9 of those games over the course of the season. This is Volpe, and Volpe picks up another first down for the Lions. Dan Whitlam making the tackle for Calgary. Don Sutherland, one of the assistant coaches.
Great draw play, just an inside draw play. Right at the top of your screen, you see Taras again getting the block on 51, Alondro Johnson, the middle linebacker, who was trying to fill that seam to create that avenue that Volpe was able to pick up a big first down.
First down by half the length of the football. First and 10 for BC from the Calgary 37. Flutie has time, fires complete. Inside the 25-yard line, Greg Peterson there to make the stop.
The play of the BC Lions first down.
Flutie to the left of your screen, comes out, works back across the seam. There's some miscommunication with the Calgary secondary right there. Anthony left Flutie. That should have been a man-to-man situation, and he's got to stay in his pocket all the way up there and come up and make that play.
Flutie to Flutie. And Darren has 2 receptions for 22 yards. First and 10 BC from the 24. Volpe. He picks up 2 or 3 yards, getting down close to the 20-yard line. Matt Finley in on the tackle for Calgary. Second down for the BC Lions. 2nd and 7 from the 21-yard line of Calgary. Lions lead 34-29. 5:25 remaining in the third quarter.
Shotgun position, Steve.
Flutie with time. And it's complete to his brother, Darren. And he is close to the first down. I believe they've got it by about a half a yard. They may call for a measurement, and they do. They're going to bring out the chains.
Darren does a great job of coming off the line as he breaks down inside. It's a call play. He knows the play, and the ball is going to come back to the outside. But when he makes his break to the inside, all he's trying to do is push the Terminator down inside to get him to cross his feet a little bit, and then he's going to slide back out, and you get the big completion right here and make it 2nd and very short, Steve.
3rd and 1. Flutie keeps and has the first down to keep the drive alive.
Gain of 2 yards, first down, BC Lions.
4:45 remaining to play, third quarter. BC Lions leading 34-29, but the story in the second half was the way Calgary came out and put 2 quick touchdowns on the board. They were down 31-15 at the half. They closed the gap, and then the BC Lions got a field goal from Louis Pasaglia to make the score 34-29. But it's the BC Lions who are on the move now. First and 10 from the Calgary 12-yard line.
4 receivers to the wide side. Look to Flutie.
They give to Volpe inside, and they fumble. The Calgary Stampeders have recovered. When we come back, the Stampeders will have the football.
The play that they scored on earlier. Kit Warnick gets good penetration, throws out one of those 6-foot arms that he has. The Warrior strips the ball loose and then comes up with the big fumble recovery. That's a great defensive play for the Calgary Stampeders.
4 sacks for the Calgary Stampeders over the course of the regular season, and now a big fumble recovery in the playoffs. 1st and 10 from the 14. Swing pass to the right side, and the Calgary Stampeders fumble. But I believe they may have recovered. That was a quick pass for Pee Wee Smith, and he really never did get a handle on it.
Gain of 3 yards on the play.
From the end zone to the right, to the left of your screen there, you can see Pee Wee Smith makes the fumble, tries to run with the ball before he has it up underneath and has control of it, loses it, but very fortunate for the Calgary offense is able to get that ball back.
A gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Now from the 17. Barrett goes to the opposite side. And that time he completes the first pass of the ball game to Kevin Simeon. So Simeon comes up with a clutch reception for the Stampeders to move the yardsticks.
Coach Bona had great praises for Simeon earlier in our meeting, and here in a very crucial situation, comes up, throws it to the out to him. BC's playing a very soft defense and allows Barrett to rifle one out there and pick up a big first down, keep the play and the drive alive.
3:09, 2:12 favor this man, Barrett, in the passing department. This time going on, wide open pass. Still on his feet. Finally brought down at the 50.
Terrific shot here. Danny Barrett running to his left, gets great distance on the ball. Miscommunication in the BC secondary. Pitts is able to come up with a big reception, and then he just makes magic out of what he can do of running with the ball. Keeps this drive alive. That's a great play by the Calgary offense.
A 61-yard gain, and again they go to their 6 receivers set. Flags go down as Barrett runs it down inside the 10-yard line. What was remarkable about that last play was the fact that Danny Barrett was running to his left and was able to throw the ball that far. That's a tough play for a right-handed quarterback to run to that side and throw that long.
Steve, I had a serious flashback there of running to the left, throwing like that of a guy by the name of Warren Moon. I haven't seen a guy put that much emphasis on the ball in a long
Legal
time.
procedure. Calgary number 64. Still first down.
Illegal procedure charged against Ken Moore of the Calgary Stampeders, so it'll be 1st and 15 for the Stampeders from the Lions 20. BC lead 34-29. 1:53 remaining, 3rd quarter. Barrett puts it up, going long. Sapunjas can't get to it. Lonnie Finch was there covering on the play. Good pressure that time from Reggie Johnson on Barrett. So the Stamps will do it all over again. 2nd and 15 from the 20. We expected a lot of offense in this game between these 2 high-powered offensive teams, and they have not let us down. A defensive struggle in Winnipeg this afternoon where the Bombers overcame the Ottawa Rough Riders, but here offense is the name of the game. Again, Barrett with the 6 receiver set is successful to Pee Wee Smith. Robin Belanger made the tackle and perhaps prevented the touchdown.
Smart call this time by Danny Barrett. Lined up in the shotgun to buy a little more time. Caught BC in the zone defense, is able to split the seam, throw the ball very quickly on the line before Bruce Holmes, the middle linebacker, was able to get underneath that, and Pee Wee Smith comes up with a big catch.
First and goal to go for the Stampeders from the 3-yard line. McVay. Fumble into the end zone. Touchdown, Calgary. Van Jenkins.
He comes up with the ball in the end zone for the 6.
And the point after is good. So for the first time in this Western semifinal, the Stampeders have gone in front of the BC Lions. Their margin is 2, 36 to 34. What a dramatic turnaround for Calgary.
Coming back from the low angle, off the left side. McVay just did not have control of that ball. A good shot by Pedway. We can't see the recovery of it. Again, the brakes are going for the Calgary Stampeders. Some people carry a rabbit's foot. Somebody on that Calgary Stampeders got the whole rabbit stuck somewhere.
Morris Smith and Darren Flutie getting set to return this kickoff following the Calgary touchdown. Flutie at the 15, 20, 30, still on his feet. And finally knocked off his feet and fumble again. Calgary indicating they have the ball. We'll have to wait until they pile the bodies up. And they do award it to Calgary. Believe it. Junior Thurman says, I recovered it. Darren Flutie fumbled it. And once again, the Calgary Stampeders have excellent field position on a turnover.
Darren Flutie just cutting back inside. Darcy Cobb, number 32, makes the hit on him. The ball jarred loose, and Pee-wee Thurman, the Thurminator is the man that comes up with it.
All of that means the Stamps have 1st and 10 from the Lions 45. Complete to Simeon. Down inside the 30-yard line. O.J. Brigance there to make the stop for the revitalized Calgary Stampeders.
Simeon is a great receiver. They have a lot of faith in him. 6'4", 200 pounds, runs a 4.445, and great soft hands as you see as he looks the ball in and continues this drive.
1st and 10 from the 28. Barrett puts it up to Pitts. Touchdown! Incredible third quarter for the Calgary Stampeders. 2 touchdowns in 2 minutes and 32 seconds, and then 2 TDs in 53 seconds.
Danny Barrett sprints to the left. It's a post corner by Pitts that you can't see. Number 93, Reggie Johnson, comes in with a lot of heat on Danny Barrett. He throws it right out there to Pitts, who beats Belanger on the post corner. Major score.
We'll be back with more of this dramatic action right after this. What lies ahead in the 4th? Who knows? The Stampeders set to kick off. They lead 43-34. This is Smith at the 30, 35. still on his feet, comes up just shy of the 50-yard line. Greg Peterson is there to make the tackle for the Calgary Stampeders. A 53-yard kick and a 27-yard return for Morris Smith. The stats in the third quarter.
Again, comes back barely even all the way across except the yards passing. Now Danny Barrett with a considerable amount of lead, and now he's closed in on the time of possession. But the big thing again, the 3 turnovers for the BC Lions has made the change in this second half and the difference.
Remember, the 2 turnovers by Calgary in the first half made the difference.
Alan Pitts, the record setter right there. You got to look. Danny Barrett, just a quick little speed to his left. 3 receivers. Pitts is the inside guy, and what it does, it forces Belanger, the safety, to come up one-on-one with him. And what he did as Pitts came off the line of scrimmage, he got Belanger to get square with him, drop his feet, and stop just for 1 second. Pitts made the cut with good acceleration to get to the corner.
Bob Obilovich still a little shell-shocked at what the Calgary Stampeders have been able to do in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Out of the shotgun for Flutie. Looking for his brother Darren, incomplete. Now let's go down the sidelines and join Chris Guthrie.
Well, a happy guest of owner Larry Rickman is Deacon Jones, a great NFL Hall of Famer. They never scored against the fearsome foursome like this.
Well, I tell you, this is very exciting football, especially the second half. This game could go either way, you know, and both teams are really a lot of hard hitting. The field is so wide, you know, and I can see why Doug Flutie is a tough person to handle out here.
Now, there was a rumor you were going to suit up at halftime when they were down by 16.
Well, I got my uniform in the locker room, and you know, if they hadn't come out like they did, you would have seen me in the third quarter.
Pleasure chatting with you. Back upstairs.
You bet.
Thanks, Chris. 2nd and 10. And that time, Flutie was looking for another of the rookies, Kevin Thompson. Incomplete. Dan Wicklum was covering on the play. All right, here's a trivia question for you. Who are the other 3 members of the fearsome foursome?
Offside. Calgary number 81. 2nd down repeated.
I'm a big fan of the LA Rams that time. Merlin Olsen, Deacon Jones, Lamar Lundy, and a big and ever-present Rosie Greer.
Roosevelt Greer and Deacon Jones.
He doesn't need a point.
I'll tell you what, this Calgary Stampeder club has had a fearsome foursome up front against the Lions this afternoon. 2nd and 5 for BC. Time, it was Junior Thurman, the Terminator, who got on top of that pass and knocked it down. Flutie looking for Ray Alexander.
Ball in the middle of the field or the hash mark on that side. Doug Flutie likes to go to Ray Alexander on the out cut, and where it is, Junior makes a great cut on the ball, explodes toward Alexander to be able to get his hands on it to make that an incompleted pass.
Thurman had 5 interceptions over the course of the regular season. That was almost number 6, the first in the playoffs for the Terminator. Louis Persaglia will get this punt away from the 45. Will have no return by Pee Wee Smith because it was out of bounds, and they mark it just shy of the 20-yard line. So once again, Danny Barrett and the Calgary offense, who did such a dramatic job in the third quarter, will have possession of the ball.
Now conversely to what we talked about at halftime, Steve, this is a very important time where that Calgary offense has to come up or needs to come up with a running game. Keevan Jenkins needs to come up and be able to carry the ball, and that big offensive line has to open up some holes to run some time off the clock.
Calgary lead 43-34, 13:20 to play, fourth quarter. Quick pass, and it's dropped by Pee Wee Smith. And that's the second time that Pee Wee has had difficulty with those kind of hitch or swing passes.
It is such a quick bang-bang kind of play as Danny Barrett steps back 2 steps, rifles it back out. It should have been a very easy catchable pass, but if you saw right at the last minute, Pee Wee's taking a peek to find out where O.J. Brigance is coming from because he knows he's going to get struck when he gets in that position.
2nd and 10 for the Stampeders from the 19th. Barrett, Simeon. And Simeon crosses the 25-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Ken Petway there for the Lions to make sure of that.
It's very interesting again when Danny Barrett has been in the last 3 times second and long situation. He's felt very comfortable to go to Simeon, and Simeon has performed well for him.
Well, the BC Lions defense doing the job that time in stopping the Calgary offense. And now Jerry Corrick will be asked to punt it away for the Calgary Stampeders. We'll keep a sharp eye on the clock. 12:40 to play, fourth quarter.
Punt into the wind, Steve.
Good punt from Corrick. Smith at the 40. Gets to the 45. No more. Dan Wickle leading the Stampeders downfield to make the stop. When we come back, the Lions will have the football. 12:25 to play. BC had the ball first and 10 from the 45-yard line. Flutie's pass is blocked. And I believe it may have been big Harold Hasselback who got his arms up there to knock that pass of Doug Flutie down to the artificial turf.
Big Hasselback at 6'4", 260, able to get upfield as a two-step drop. So what you do as a defensive lineman, you get upfield, make contact, then get your hands up as quickly as you can to get in the throwing lane, and he had good success in knocking that down.
Second and 10 now for the Lions. From the shotgun. Flutie. In and out of the arms of his brother Darren, and had he been able to hang on, that was the first down for the BC Lions. Junior Thurman covering on the play for Calgary.
Darren has had some problems all day. Again, the ball's catchable as it is, and he's trying to catch the ball in his chest as far as maybe trying to get his hands out there when he can sense that the Terminator is right on his back.
Louis Pasaglia on the punt for the Lions. Another good high spiral from Pasaglia. Pee-wee Smith battling his way up just shy of the 30-yard line. Sean Millington leading the downfield rush for the BC Lions. Now once again the BC Lions defense has got to somehow come up with a way of stopping Danny Barrett and the Calgary offense.
It forces them into a situation. They can't lay back and play soft in any kind of zones. They've got to get after Danny Barrett, put some heat on him, and come up with some turnovers and get the ball back to Doug Flutie in that offense just as quickly as they can.
Remember, we mentioned Danny Barrett has not lost to the BC Lions this year. He only played in 3 of the 4 games because of that injured finger on his throwing hand. And he's had a hot hand this afternoon. He's going long, looking for Pitts, and it's incomplete. Petway and Lonnie Finch covering on Alan Pitts that time.
Lonnie Finch on the coverage for the BC Lions.
440 yards for Danny Barrett compared to 212 for Doug Flutie. At one point in the game, Flutie was leading Barrett, but with an explosive third quarter, Barrett has gone on top. Second and 10 now for Calgary.
Big second and 10. Alan Pitts, the third receiver in on the wide side. Look to that Barrett to go to him.
Barrett in trouble. And he's short of the first down. So again, the BC Lions defense have done their job.
Third down, Stampeders.
That time putting good pressure on Danny Barrett, forcing him to run up the middle. What must be going through the mind of that man? Head coach Bob Obilovich of the BC Lions. Jerry Corrick in the punt. High punt. Corrick is there. Smith scoops it up. Gets to the 52-yard line where Doug Flutie and the Lions offense will have excellent field position when we come back. The Stamps lead 43-34. When Doug Flutie is controlling the offense for the BC Lions, and you've got 10 and almost a half minutes remaining to play, that's a lot of time. The Lions are far from out of it, but you have to believe the BC Lions have got to start putting some points on the board now with this drive. 1st and 10. Flutie with time. Complete to Trevathan. Trevathan down at the 36-yard line of the Calgary Stampeders.
Big thing up front, BC offensive line is giving Doug Flutie a tremendous amount of time to pick this Calgary defense apart right now. As long as Calgary continue to sit back and play zone with the lead, as long as Doug Flutie has time, he's going to complete passes.
1st and 10 Lions from the Stampeders 36. 9:45 to play, 4th quarter. Take it to Volpe. Volpe goes nowhere. Well read by the Stampeders defense. Alondra Johnson there to make the tackle.
Alondra Johnson not burnt twice here. Was burnt earlier on a draw play where he was trapped by Taras, the guard. This time he feels the hole tremendously. Good acceleration up through the hole of Volpe. Tackles him up high, puts him down on the ground.
Little or no gain for the Lions running back on that last play. Make it 2nd and 10 BC. Still from the 36. From the shotgun. Flutie going long, looking for Alexander, and it's complete inside the 5-yard line of the Calgary Stampeders. A big catch, a clutch catch by Ray Alexander.
Great read by Flutie, sprints out to the right, throw back. Alexander is one-on-one with Thurman in the back. With Alexander's height difference right there, he comes up with a big catch.
A 32-yard gain for the Lions against Junior Thurman. It is now 1st and goal to go for the Lions from the 4-yard line of Calgary. Volpe down to about the 2-yard line. As the Lions inch ever closer, they trail 43-34, 8:15 to play, and the clock is running. And the Lions are bringing on the short yardage team, the heavy horses. The Elephants, as Dan called them a few moments ago.
That's the Elephants right up there. But with Doug Flutie as a quarterback, that doesn't mean anything. He still has so many weapons and so many options that he could use from this distance from the goal line.
2nd and goal to go, Lions from the 1. Flutie keeps himself. Did he find a hole? No indication from any of the officials that Flutie broke the plane and went in for 6. So a huge 3rd and goal to go situation now facing the BC Lions.
Flutie just with a quarterback sneak, but what he does different, if you see, he got up above the offensive linemen as they were exploding out front. Flutie was up high enough to allow the defense of the Calgary Stampeders to come up over top, get a shot in his chest, and be able to turn him sideways where he could not get any momentum.
This could be the play of the game. 3rd and goal to go for the BC Lions from the 1-yard line. We've got 7 minutes and 35 seconds remaining to play in the 4th quarter. Calgary leading 43-34. Flutie over the top, touchdown BC. He broke the plane. He dove over the top of his center. And 6 big points for the BC Lions to make it 43-40. The convert from Louis Presaglia still to come.
Great surge off that offensive line. Ian Sinclair off on the right side of the offensive line. Doug Flutie goes up high again. This time you can see Alondra Johnson, the middle linebacker, came in the picture late. He was about 4 yards deep in the end zone. Didn't allow him to get a quick enough hit on Flutie.
It is now 43-41. Favor the Stampeders. The Lions on the comeback trail. 7:21 to play as Louis Presaglia gets set to kick off following that last BC touchdown. Pee Wee Smith and a flag goes down. Smith is upended at the 30-yard line. Remy Trudell and Donald Miller downfield to make the tackle for the Lions.
Stan Wickham.
Legal block. Calgary number 35. First down, Calgary.
Well, we've had 84 points scored today. The all-time record is 89 when the Montreal Alouettes defeated Hamilton 48-41 in 1956. Will we break that record? Stampeders pitch to Keevan Jenkins. Robin Belanger over there to make the stop for the Lions. Calgary obviously intent now to try and establish that running game to set up the passing of Barrett. They certainly didn't need it in the third quarter. It was all the passing of Barrett that made the difference. 233 yards net offense for the Stamps in that third quarter compared to 104 for BC. First and 10 Calgary. Again. They elect to go with a running play. Chris, what have you got?
Steve, the word on Matt Finley, stretched knee ligaments. He hurt this knee a few weeks ago, missed some action. You could see he was wearing a brace today, but it may have helped save a worse injury, but nevertheless, stretched knee ligaments is the word from the bench.
A costly loss for the Calgary Stampeders. Matt Finley having a good game for the Stamps in this Western semifinal. 2nd and 9 for Calgary from the 27. 6:05 to play. The clock is running. Stampeders lead 43-41. Barrett under pressure does not have the first down.
Good coverage sack that time. BC came with a 3-man rush and actually dropped 9 men in the secondary. Danny Barrett got good heat. There was nobody to throw the ball. Finally, he had to eat it, come up the field and do the best he can and get as much as he can, but he falls short of the first down.
And once again, it was Stu Hill shaking off a block to get to Danny Barrett and prevent the first down. The propane heaters getting a workout as the temperature drops here in Calgary. Corrick to punt. Good high spiral. Smith at the 42. Looking for a hole. Crosses the 50-yard line, gets up to about the 51. Paul Clatney downfield to make the stop for.
Good, you're good, huh, Steve?
Hope you got your long underwear. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Flutie forced to run the ball. Goes down as he crosses the 50-yard line. Needed to get down to about the 48.5 for the first down. Clatney is there to make the stop.
Short by a couple. Good secondary coverage by the Calgary Stampeders, forcing Flutie to have to pull it down. But the one thing Doug does so very well, as he's running the ball, he's still looking to try to find somebody open and dump the ball off.
2nd and 2 for BC. They spot the ball at the 50. 4:47 to play, fourth quarter. They pitch to Volpe. Volpe should have the necessary yardage for the first down and to keep this drive alive. Alondra Johnson makes the stop for Calgary. Louis Pasaglia may be called upon yet to pick the winning points for the BC Lions. 43-41 the score. 1st and 10 BC from the 48 of Calgary. Flutie looking for Ray Alexander, incomplete.
Still coming. Ball on the hash mark into the short side. He gets Alexander again, one-on-one against Junior Thurman. And it's been just a great battle all the time. And this time, Doug Flutie could be going to the well just a little bit too many times. And Thurman may take that for 6 the other way.
You have to wonder where McLennan has been in this second half. Where Stravaken is now into the ballgame. Darren Flutie, Ray Alexander, and there's McLennan, the receivers.
Legal procedure. BC number 58, still 2nd down.
But that makes it 2nd and 15.
just to the right of your screen, comes out of the stance very quickly against number 90, Tim Cofield. And sometimes with a speed like Cofield, you got to get ready and come out of there quickly.
Can the Lions convert and keep the drive going? Flutie looking for somebody, anybody. Fires a Hail Mary downfield, and there's nobody within 15 yards of the ball, but no flag is down. The Calgary defense has risen to the occasion and done the job and stopped Flutie.
Great coverage in the secondary. A lot of touching downfield. Trevathan running straight down the stage, but he's covered well. They're going to get into a little physical thing. The way I'll come back to is Doug Flutie, the way he threw that ball away. Nobody's anywhere near that, but they did call Danny Barrett early for intentional grounding, and there was not much difference as far as I saw it.
So Louis Pasaglia comes on to punt and not kick the field goal, as the Lions had no doubt hoped. Pasaglia angles it off to the left side, and it's taken out of bounds by Pee Wee Smith. An excellent punt from Louis Pasaglia, and no punt return.
No return play.
When we come back, the Calgary Stampeders will have the ball and a 2-point lead with 3:02 to play. It was all BC in the first two quarters. The Stampeders erupted for 28 points in the third quarter. BC have put the only points on the board in the fourth quarter, but we still got 2 minutes and 57 seconds remaining to play in a cliffhanger here at McMahon Stadium, the Western semifinal. The winner goes on to the final against the Edmonton Eskimos. First and 10. They give to Keevan Jenkins, and he crosses the 15-yard line.
Big effort inside by Keevan. Was hit early. Just a draw play. Very simple. All it's saying, it's lining up to tell the offensive lineman one-on-one, you got to be better than that guy in front of you and get the job done. Here he shows great balance. Keeps trying to struggle, squirm along the thing to pick up an additional yard or two.
And he did just that. It is 2nd and 2 for the Stampeders, who are trying to work themselves out of a hole following an excellent punt from Louis Pasaglia. Quick hit this time to Andy McVeigh, and he has the first down, runs into the arms of O.J. Brigance. But a big first down.
Big surge off the right side by the veterans. Leo Blanchard, Lloyd Fairbanks, guys that have acquired. Leo's been in here for 13 years. Lloyd has been playing for 17 years. That's 30 years of experience on the right-hand side. These guys are terrific.
First and 10, Stampeders. The clock is running. 2:02. The ball's at the 22. Keevan Jenkins. Again, a huge hole for the former BC line. Again, that will move the yardsticks. A first down. Belanger there to make the tackle for BC. When Calgary have needed it, they have suddenly come up with a very effective running game.
Just a counterplay with the pull of Lloyd Fairbanks, the guard. Keevan sees a little crease back inside and is able to do most of this on his own and does a great job. Big first down again for the Calgary Stampeders. Keeps the clock running.
Stampeders first and 10 from their own 35. 1:35 to play. Keevan again, looking for running room on the outside. Has it. And another first down. What a job Keevan Jenkins has done over the last 4 or 5 plays. Leo Blanchard coming up with a key block there.
Comes back now. I can tell you, Danny Bennett is going by the veterans of the offensive line. 59 at the top of your screen. Leo Blanchard turns the corner, gets on number 51. Holmes makes the block on him and allows the first down.
So it's first and 10 Calgary with this march in the dying minutes. The ball's at the 49-yard line. 1:29 to play. Stamps lead by 2, 43-41. They get to McVeigh. McVeigh pulls his way into BC Lions territory to about the 53, 54-yard line. O.J. Brigance and Bravo Belanger combining to make the stop for BC.
Nothing fancy about this. Line up nose to nose and just say, I'm going to whip this guy in front of me, and that is the attitude, I am guessing, of the Calgary offense.
was not ordering pizza. 2nd and 3 for Calgary from the Lions 54. Again, they get to the first man, and again, they come up with the first down. Andy McVay just putting his head down and driving for the necessary yardage before Stu Hill was able to bring him down.
That's 6 plays in a row off that right side, off behind. Great blocking of Leo Blanchard and Lloyd Fairbanks, and it just shows you they're going where the experience are. These guys have been here before. They smell it, and they know how to perform. Danny Barrett making some great play selections right now.
Remember, this drive began at the Calgary 9-yard line. 46 seconds remaining to play. The clock is running. 1st and 10, Calgary. Good fake by Barrett. He's got a lot of room. And Barrett down to the 40-yard line. Will be close to the first down, depending on where they mark it. An excellent fake that time from Danny Barrett.
Pulling Leo and Lloyd Fairbanks inside fake. Keeps it on a naked bootleg. Comes out all by himself. He's out there. He's not worried about how much yardage that he really picks up, but other than the fact that he is keeping the clock running, and he is holding on to the ball himself.
And he set that up with a number of plays to Key Van and Andy McVay before keeping himself. 2nd and less than a yard. Barrett keeps himself and gets the first down. That should be it for the Calgary Stampeders. 19 seconds remaining to play in the 4th quarter. Stamps lead by 2, 43-41. 1 second remaining to play. Danny Barrett just drops to his knees. This one is over. The Calgary Stampeders defeat the BC Lions 43-41 and advance to the Western Final against the Edmonton Eskimos in Edmonton next Sunday.
How do you not like this game? This is what it's all about, folks. This was some great competition out there, and you saw some great individual performances. A tremendous game today. The BC Lions have absolutely nothing to hold their head low about. They have to be able to get Doug Flutie back on that contract for next year. But the Calgary Stampeders, victorious and heading north to Commonwealth Stadium in the Edmonton Eskimos.
We don't care what Edmonton says. Santa Claus is a Stamps fan. It should be a great Western Final. The Eskimos against the Calgary Stampeders.
43, BC 41 as the Stamps roar back from a 16-point halftime deficit thanks to this man, Danny Barrett, with 5 touchdown passes. 4 came in the 3rd quarter, and here is Barrett hooking up with Pee Wee Smith. That got the Stamps right back in it at 31-29. What a job by Danny Barrett, who is now 9-3 on the year and unbeaten against the BC Lions. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. First of all, I'd just like to praise God for allowing myself to keep my composure today and my teammates as well. But again, it was a great win for us. We struggled a little bit, I think, defensively the first half, and we just need the ball a little bit more offensively to put the ball in the end zone.
You said you'd been there before against BC down 16-1, so you weren't rattled.
Well, that was the key. We played them in BC Place earlier this year. They had a 16-1 late in the 2nd quarter, so we knew that we could come back. I think the key was our defense shut them down the 3rd period and allowed us to score some points.
Now you date back with Doug Flutie back into the USFL a bit. Is there a personal rivalry? You seem to play your best against him.
Well, not really. It's never personal, and I always say it's strictly business. It's my job to go out and try to win football games for this team, but I must give my teammates credit as well. They played hard today, and I was just a part of a team today.
You guys all picked the right spots. Dave Sapungis with his first touchdown of the year. We're going to take a look at this one.
What happened was they were trying to play man coverage with their linebackers on our slots. He made a great catch, though. He took a shot, hung onto the ball, and when our guys are playing like that, we're unbeatable.
Edmonton next week.
It's going to be a great game. We're looking forward to going back up there. I hope the field conditions are better so we can have a great game, sort of like today.
You couldn't have been any better than you were today. Danny Barrett, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Danny Barrett, our Molson MVP of today's game, and you can hear what the fans think of him. Now upstairs to the booth.
Thank you, Chris. Dan Kepley on the far right, the head coach of the Edmonton Eskimos, who are going to meet these Calgary Stampeders. Ron Lancaster, Dan Kepley.